I got like tons of topics. I don't know if y'all brought anything.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever had tons of topics.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Yo, there is something I wanted to like shout out though, because it's pretty dope. There's it's like a new Chrome extension. It's called Toucan. That's how you say it, like the bird.
Taukin.
No. It's called Toucan, right? And it's supposed to help you learn a language. And what it does is it literally changes the words on websites to that language. So say you're on Twitter, whatever, any website, honestly. It'll change like one of the words on the page, or not one, but several on the page to the language you're trying to like learn and like learn words. And then if you don't know what the word is, you just like put your mouse over it and it tells you what it is in English.
That's pretty dope.
So it's like a really easy way to become familiar with a lot of words. I don't know how much it would help you, you know, with conversations and stuff.
Linguistically?
It will at least help you learn words, you know, in different languages.
For sure.
Then you can go from there.
That's pretty cool.
I'm guessing it's a free extension.
Yeah, it is.
I'm liking that there's more and more options for like free like language learning.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it used to just be like Rosetta Stone. Like I started like French, I don't know, like in 8th grade or something like that for like one semester. And it was all a bunch of super expensive programs with these massive disc booklets and all these things. And it was really difficult to learn. But like I just got on like Duolingo. It's an app for, I'm sure it's on Android, but I know it's on iPhone because I'm using it there. Duh.
Yeah.
But I just started using that, and it's pretty seamless. It's an intuitive interface, and it's completely free, and it seems to be like very conversational. Like it listens to your voice. You can text things into it, so it's like a very modern way of learning. So I really have been wanting to learn Spanish, and I've been pretty inconsistent with it. But I've been trying to get back into it. I did it for a couple months last year, and then COVID hit, and I just got distracted. But we wanted to get back into it. So I'm glad that there's just more free like extensions and platforms and apps and stuff like that. Make it easier for people to learn it, you know, not just some exclusive software thing.
Yeah, that's my problem too, is that I would not be consistent with them. I remember I had Duolingo, and then there was some other ones that came out that I just tried. Mm-hmm. But it was hard to be consistent. That's why I like this extension, because it forces you to kind of like you're doing what you would be doing anyway, and you're just seeing words. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and like for me, I like to compartmentalize things. And so it's hard for me sometimes with these apps because they're like, you should only do one lesson a day, only do that lesson. Like, you know, their goal is that you get into a consistent cycle of learning these things. But I'm like, bro, I've got time today. I'll knock out like 52 lessons, and I'll just like blast through. I'm not retaining any of that information. I'll just blast through 52 of them and then not do it for 3 months. I'm like, dude, I haven't learned anything. I'm like, ¿por qué uno, Pablos? And like, I was like, well, I don't know what I'm saying. Like,
yo, back in high school, like, back in high school, the textbooks would always have my names in them.
Arturo.
Like, hola, me llamo Arturo. They would play like the sound things, and it would be so basic conversation, like wouldn't even sound natural. Like, hola, me llamo Arturo. Soy de Paraguay.
Bro, that's nice.
It would show these like cheesy ass videos.
You're like, that's not even how we like.
I'm like,
that's
bro,
not even how you speak, bro.
I'm like, bro, that's nothing like me. Like,
bro, that's
going to the discoteca.
Yeah.
Bro, and it's like, I feel like sometimes on these apps, and even like with Rosetta Stone, it's like and I'm sure there's some science or linguistics or I don't know, something behind it that makes sense. But it's always like phrases you'll never use, like, the boy that's green has a ball that's blue. And I'm like, I'm never going to say that phrase in real life. I'm like, I need to order tacos, bitch. Like, tell me how to
sound
do
more
this.
natural, bro.
Bro, tell me how to order in real time right now.
Right? Like, if there was an app that taught me how to, like, cuss people out in Spanish in a very good way.
Siri.
Yeah,
low-key,
very good at cussing people out.
It's the only thing I'm interested in learning.
Pendejo. I don't even know what that means, but I think it's bad, right?
That's like idiot, basically.
Yeah, that's about the worst thing I know in Spanish. But bro, you can translate on Siri. You just be like you can have Siri listen to what's being said, and it'll translate it for you. That's something I didn't know till like a week ago.
Yeah, but how accurate is it? Like, that's what I mean. Like, Siri's not going to know how to translate a sequence of like cussing someone out.
Real quick, call your grandma and have her cuss you out through the phone and see
like,
what
Grandma,
Siri...
tell me the worst thing you could think of.
just freaking break down my character right now, and then see if Siri does anything with it.
Yeah. I don't know if any of those. I don't know if any of those apps really have any hope for me, or any of these new things. Man, I've been trying to learn English for 31 years, and I still get it wrong every single time.
I still can't speak. I can't speak my own language, man.
My parents have been trying to teach me Spanish for 31 years as well, and oh man, not going good.
I feel like we're the generation of not knowing two languages. Like, so many of our parents knew Spanish, and I feel like none of my friends, even though their parents knew Spanish and stuff, like they didn't learn it either. Like, it's almost like our families became too Americanized or something.
It's English is so hard, man. Like, compared to all the other languages, they all make sense. Like, they're all like derivatives of like Latin or something like that. English, like, come on, lawyer. Like, how do you do that? How do you get to something like that? But seriously, like a lot of foreign people do know multiple languages because like they make sense, and they can get like, okay, you can go from, I'm gonna butcher that. I'm not even gonna say what you can go from.
Yeah,
but you can go from like one language to another, and it's easier than going from like English, the like chopped up version of every other language, and then go back to some other language.
Bro, it's not. We're not even the same English from like San Antonio to Miami. Like it's a different language. You're like, you said what? Like that's not even. You're not even saying
like
the same
every
phrase
area.
as I am.
Every area has their own lingo, right?
Melting pot. But I have, like, John, to your point, I have heard that like Italian and Spanish and even Arabic, I've heard like there's some very similar like dialects and inflections that are cross some of those borders. And so that is interesting, that I feel like you can have an idea, but like, oh, I can kind of pick up on what you're saying, even though you're 20,000 miles away or something. But with English, it's like English to Chinese doesn't freaking, or Mandarin or whatever, it doesn't translate at all. There's nothing near English. English just sucks.
Yeah. Dude, I was listening to a podcast about when they were trying to make computers in China, and they didn't know how to make a keyboard because Chinese characters, there's like thousands of them. Like, it's not like English where, there's just like however many letters, 20 something, right? Or whatever it is.
26.
Like fact check for you on that.
Yeah, I think it's like it's 26 or 28 or something.
You said it, bro. It's out there.
But they didn't know how to like get.
I hear John
26.
searching. I hear
He's researching.
I fucking hear. Take that, Jessica.
We're fact checking ourselves now.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on the spot, real time.
But yeah, like they had to really innovate to find out how to get like Chinese characters and be able to write the Chinese language on a keyboard, which is really interesting to think about.
Because for them, it'd be like the Wheel of Fortune freaking thing, which is like big ass light things behind it. That's the only way you'd be able to type.
It's a huge computer.
It's this freaking whole wall of, give me an A!
That's funny.
You were talking about how like, or go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say you're either John or Arthur, whichever one brought up like, I think it was John, who brought up like the last generation. Like I feel like they like had put more of a value on being bilingual or knowing multiple languages, and I feel like beyond even just like the last generation, I feel like even just maybe even like the social media age made some shifts to that. I mean, I even remember on Instagram as you could just like translate what people said. It would just be like, see translation. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. Now I know. But because I mean, I took like Spanish when I was 8. I took another, like early on, I took like a couple years of stuff, and I had at the time retained a lot of it, but it was always a part of the system. It's still obviously still in schools today, but I feel like there was more of a value on it when you had this idea that I'm going to have to use this within society. It's going to benefit me in my job if I know these languages. Now it's kind of like everything's online, or a vast majority of things, even like applications, dude. Like you probably maybe 8 years ago or something, I'd applied for a job at Lexus to be a part of their sales team just for the heck of it, because I thought maybe it would have been a good job at the time. But everything I did was online. And it's like I didn't have to talk to anyone. I didn't have to do anything. It was kind of weird. Of course, eventually you go in. But I don't know. I feel like the online movement and the social media movement has been like, I'm not following anyone on social media that's speaking Spanish. You know what I mean? Because I won't understand what they're saying. So there's not that incentive with personal interaction to actually know what someone else is saying. So I feel like even beyond generationally, the movement of social media and the internet has kind of taken away from people's desires or their motivation to learn.
I also feel like as technology advances, I feel like, I mean, we've kind of touched on this with everything they're talking about with like Neuralink and everything, how theoretically there could just be like a universal language that everyone understands, you know?
That's wild.
But also translating in real time will become more like an easier thing. Like there's already people who are creating apps that do that to the point where if you're like wearing headphones or something, whatever someone says, it just automatically translates it for you, like in your ear.
Well,
so you can literally have a conversation with someone if y'all are speaking two different languages. Like I think that will continue to advance. And even if someone writes an article in, you know, German, that it'll just in real time be translated in whatever language that you are reading it in. You know what I'm saying? So technology will definitely make it a lot easier.
It's almost like access to information in real time will become more important than internalized knowledge. You know, like you said, like, I'm going to go to school to learn about history. Now I'm just like, Google what happened in 1780. Boom. There it is. Everything that happened in 1780. So your access to information is what's different. But like I was watching the interview with, I don't know if y'all saw, with Marquez Brownlee on YouTube. He's a tech YouTuber. He interviewed Mark Zuckerberg for like 15 minutes. And they were talking just a few days ago.
Oh, wow.
He did 15 minutes. It was very interesting. They talked a lot about Oculus and Facebook and all this stuff. Just 15 minutes, just talking tech and stuff. It was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not like a massive fan of Zuckerberg or Facebook as a whole, but
hell no.
It was an intriguing interview to say the least. So I would check it out. Yeah. But they were talking a lot about Oculus and VR and AR and stuff like that and how that's being integrated. And I've even seen videos where like I think it was the new Mercedes-Benz S-Class has AR built into the car's screen now. And so it'll like through your navigation, it'll actually show on the screen exactly where you need to turn and guide you there through automation and through its stability controls and all that stuff. Anyways, they were talking about like the glasses that people are designing that'll have like AR and information show up on there. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like you're talking to someone and these glasses are picking up on it. They're reading lips or you have like a mic that's hearing what they're saying and it just flashes in the corner of your eye. Oh, this is exactly what they just said. And you can communicate back to them and they have the same thing. That'd be kind of an intriguing world to live in where it's like immediate access to information through technology would completely take away the need to internalize knowledge because you'd always have access to it until a grid shuts down or something.
We'd get real dumb. Like imagine our battery goes out and we don't know how to find a bathroom or...
Right? Like your glasses die and you're just like a lost puppy.
Like, how do I pee?
Bro, I have access to every freaking language on the earth, but I forgot how to piss.
Your glasses...
Like, do I let go? Do I squeeze harder? What do I do?
All of a like you're in Asia or something, all of a sudden you just can't follow the signs anymore because your glass battery died or something.
You're like, oh shit,
damn.
Bro, the grid shuts down.
I gotta say, the language is probably like one of the biggest burdens on the human race. Is like trying to communicate with other people from different parts of the area that you don't know what they're saying. You know that they're saying words, but you don't know what those words mean. Like you don't know if they're trying to help you. I mean, because there's some languages that are harsh, dude. Like those languages that got those in there. Oh my god! You say somebody saying
hot
like,
take.
"Hey,
those languages suck."
But those are like you can't really tell.
That's not my opinion.
Yo, Jamie, cut that out, bro.
John said that. Jamie, cut that out.
I'm good with pregnant people, breasts, and harsh languages, all right?
I'm good with breasts. Stupid. We're going to have like a prerequisite before everything. Now, before I say this, I love all cultures and languages.
All my love things are just going to keep coming.
But there's some harsh-ass languages, bro.
Dude, but I think that's also what's intimidating about traveling sometimes, especially to,
for sure.
Another country or something. Because it's just, you're so out of place almost. And then, there's some places where they don't really like travelers that much, or tourists or whatever. So if we had a universal language or a way to understand each other, that would be pretty dope.
Bro,
honestly, I mean, this probably has more to do with the travel than the language. I was watching this YouTube guy, and apparently he's a filmmaker, and he was saying how, like, you know how we see like Afghanistan or Iran or something like that, and they just look like everything is consumed by war, and every like, building is shot at, and blown up and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm going to Iran. I got to do all these like passport checks. I go through all these security checks, and he gets there. And like some of the people are so inviting. They're like, "Oh man, check this out! You know, look at this place, whatever." And he's filming everywhere he's going. Like, of course, he's getting like these weird looks because he's this really light skinned guy, and everybody else just looks so different the way they're dressed and everything. But they're all like inviting for him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's so crazy that that's the first thing that goes through your mind, and it is intimidating because you don't know the language, you don't know what they're going to say to you, you don't know how they're going to be to you. And then you go out there and it's like, oh my God, it's not that bad. But yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Just the way things are like portrayed.
Dude, that's why like people need to step away from like mainstream media, is because of course there are issues in other countries, and there's things that you probably would want to be prepared for in going to certain places around the world. But it's like, for sure, you also realize that, man, there's just humans everywhere. Like they want a great life. Like they want to enjoy human interaction. Like they want to love and get it, have a good life just like you do. And I mean, I think for me, like I get like when it comes to traveling, like I really want to travel. I really want to go to Italy. I really want to go to Norway. Like it's just these beautiful places. But it's even beyond like the language. Like I don't want to do anything to offend anyone. So like I don't want to go to some place and be like, bro, like you said a word that here means like F everyone. I'm like, how did I say that? Like I don't want to like just do something horrible. Like, bro, when you ate that way at the restaurant, you don't realize like you like cursed this place. Like I don't know. I feel like I would mess some shit up.
Yeah, if you use your left hand and like
bro, I'm left-handed, see?
Right, yeah. Like if you use your left hand in certain countries, like that's an insult. Like if you go to shake somebody's hand with your left hand, like that's an insult because apparently like they wipe with their left hand.
Fact check that.
And that's just like a universal thing.
Which country? Because that needs to be fact checked.
Fact check that.
Any country.
No, I'll fact check it.
We're gonna be preemptive this time. No, I was gonna say like when we went to Fiji, I've been to Fiji twice now, and subtle flex. But in Fiji, we would go like there's like the more touristy areas, but you could go through like the villages. Like we did some tours up the mountain on one of the islands, and you had to go through one of the villages, and they're like you can't show your shoulders here. So like whatever you do, like guys, don't wear a tank top. Ladies, make sure you're not wearing a tank top or a sports bra or something like that. Like your shoulders and your like I think maybe even your elbows. I could be wrong with that, but for sure the shoulders can't be exposed. And so it's just like there's things that's like if you don't know, if I just let me just go for a jog early this morning through the village, and they'd be like, dude, that's so inappropriate. Yeah. And so there's like things like that, and I think that's why it's so important to be cultured, something that I want to work on in myself. Like I said, I want to learn other languages. I want to have an appreciation for other cultures and languages and the beauty that every state and country and continent has to offer the world. Just because the more you know about these things, the more you can offer yourself to the world in a way that's not offensive, and doesn't fly in the face of their culture and their religion and their whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
I think the harsh reality is that to do that, by the way, before I start this, it's in the Middle East, some parts of India, as well as Africa. It's offensive to eat with your left hand. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
bro, I'd be screwed. I'd be spilling food all over my chest, bro. I must be dumping shit everywhere.
Yo, eating with my opposite hand is actually what I'm trying to do sometimes, to eat slower. Because especially with the fork, it's a lot harder to eat sometimes, depending on what you're eating. But
bro, you're just gonna end up blending everything up and going through a straw.
I'm just going.
You're gonna be fed up.
I'm just blending my chicken from now on.
Yo,
ooh, blending your chicken? That's offensive in like 3 countries.
That's offensive everywhere.
Fact check. For sure. Look it up. Can you look that up, Jessica?
Yeah, look that up. Everyone hates that.
No, but I was gonna say the harsh reality is like to actually start appreciating, or not really appreciating these things, but to find out that these things are going to be offensive is that like you have to go out and like try them and like be offensive to people, and like that sucks, but that's the only way you really like learn.
Yeah. You got to be willing to learn. And that's the same. I mean, it's kind of one of those things too, like even like John, you'll understand this too, like coming into another family where it's like, oh, you don't do things the way that I grew up doing things, and I don't, even in my marriage, don't do things the way that either of our families grew up doing. Like, you kind of navigate these new normals. I think it's just important to be open to learning, like open to new experiences, and be like, what if I just take a deep breath here and just am a sponge and absorb some information, absorb how another family, another culture, another state, another country or whatever does this, and be willing to like be wrong, maybe offend someone, and take whatever wrath comes my way for it, but then be open to learn and change.
Yep, for sure.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, don't worry about our tech going up, bro.
Yo, we got an audience. We're doing a live audience for the listeners who don't know.
There's levels to this.
Bro, we got mad fans on Zoom.
I'm just gonna be doing like random ass sound effects, like
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Please do.
This is the best one though. I like the classic. Whenever we say something like just valuable and fire, that's when I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Ooh, now I gotta think of something.
I know. I'm like thinking of something right now.
I might shoot. Get out and vote. Come on. Come on, bro.
Come on.
Give me something, bro. Come on. Bro, I don't want my red, white, and blue shirt. Come on.
Oh my
me
god.
too. Red, white, and blue over there.
Bro.
Those are my Switzerland calendar over here.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's jump into our question of the week.
Let's get it.
You have 150 doll hairs to burn. Dollars, not doll hairs. Dollars.
That sounds like some voodoo shit.
Yeah, no, that was weird. You have okay. Start over.
Specifically burning.
You have $150 to burn. All your friends are busy, and you have the whole day to yourself. So you're alone in this day. What do you do?
Postmates.
Man, it's like, I got a good one for this one. Like I got this.
7 seconds late, bro. Like, Jesus.
Yo, not after it's edited though.
Bro, you have to have the crickets and then that. Jeez, bro. Bro, I'll just be postmates-ing, whatever like the verb is for postmate.
Dude, just get like hella food, right?
Just hella food, just like steakhouse, some hot dotty, bro. Like hella fries.
I might just go hard at like Grimaldi's or something.
I was about to say, stack up some Grimaldi's, some pepperoni with the spicy Italian sausage. Here we go.
Damn, dude.
All my answers for every question we've ever asked, I think, has been food.
I know, right? That's where your mind goes. Well, because $150 is an interesting amount because it's not like a ton, you know? So you got to be like strategic.
Right.
But like you have to spend it, you know?
Yeah.
I think right now, in our current predicament, I think I would buy at least 4 movie tickets. And like the person, like I'd get the seat in front of me, the 2 on the side of me, and maybe the one in the back of me.
Well, I think they're doing that by themselves anyway.
Damn it! I'm getting a lot of candy.
John be buying a quarter of the place for no reason.
Fuck it. I don't want nobody there.
I don't want anyone near me.
I just don't want to see anybody. All right.
Be hiring his own workers to go in there.
Oh, they turn off the lights so you don't got to see anybody. God damn it! They don't got to buy the tickets. I just want 4 tickets.
Bro, that's only like $48. You got like $100 to spend. Is that all concessions? Now we're talking food.
Oh, the rest is going to concessions.
Let's go back to food. Let's go Postmates.
Let's go back to Postmates. Whoever brings the Postmates is going to get one of the seats.
Hey, there we go. 8 feet from you, though. Because you bought all the seats around.
You just get the front of the back, man.
There you go.
I would low-key buy some new AirPods. That's like the most boring answer ever. But mine are lasting, like I've had them since like 2017 or something, and they last like an hour at best.
Bro. In Apple years, that's like a decade.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Like in Apple years, like those things like get old. Like Apple products get old so fast. Like when I got the 10s Max, they're like, and it was like the new best camera, crazy everything, and then it was like, oh, by the way, we have 4 cameras, we're twice as fast. And I was like, dang it.
Yeah, I mean, I damn near got them when they were new, like a new product. So I've had those babies for a while. But I mean, and it's kind of to be expected because batteries don't last long, and those are so little. So you got to think about how small that battery is.
Tiny.
So it's about that time for an upgrade, and $150 hairs is probably like the perfect amount for some new polish.
That is probably precisely.
That's precisely right almost like the precise amount.
It's probably precisely the right amount.
Bro, shut that thing down immediately.
Bro, our audience, man, our audience loves you right now.
Our audience loves me with about 3 seconds of latency.
Yo, Jamie, enough with the sound effects, bro.
God, audience, we need you guys to quiet down just for a little while.
Yo, that's food is. I mean, AirPods good call because you use those a lot.
Yeah,
but also like food is such a good call just because like $150 is like enough for an excellent culinary experience. Think of ordering yourself like a nice app from one place, a great steak or whatever, burger, something from another nice place, order the best bottle of wine from another place, and you get you start ordering it, $150 will get you like a solid array of ingredients.
True. Yeah, you could just like go harder than you usually do,
Right, exactly.
It's not a problem.
Bro, we'll get...
I'll be getting every topping at Grimaldi's.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's like a $42 pizza.
Dude, I'm going to be honest, man. I was talking to a close friend of mine who was saying that Grimaldi's was trash.
Whoa.
And I think I might have already told you all this, but it just like, it crosses my mind almost every day.
Where'd you bury him?
Yeah.
Because I just can't fathom that,
Bro, they have the best crispy thin crust.
They have... I mean, I don't want to hype it up too much because I know Grimaldi's is like a really popular place, so it's almost like a kind of a basic
for a reason.
Answer. Yeah, but it's because it's like that classic New York style good ass pizza.
Brick oven pizza.
Well, and here's what I'll say. There's like a contrast between some of these different businesses where like McDonald's is popular because it's cheap, right?
Yeah,
like they're affordable.
Kind of tastes good though.
Location, it's got a pretty good taste. They got a like crack in their freaking stuff, and so yeah, they're very popular for that reason. Grimaldi's to be popular can't be trashed because it's expensive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like for a place that starts at $22 a pizza and goes up to like $40 a pizza, it can't really, for it to be popular and have as many locations as they have. I feel like it can't really be a trash place.
True.
You just gotta like not like good pizza. Like you just gotta be one of those weird people that just doesn't like good stuff.
And I feel like growing up here, you're kind of used to pizza like thick, not really like thin New York style. So
yeah,
like
have hot and readies all the time.
People tend to prefer like deep dish, the thick style.
Bro, I don't
thick boys.
Hot take. I don't like deep dish like much at all. It's just like a lasagna.
It's just like bread, right? Like too much bread.
Thick ass bread.
Which I love bread. That's why I like all pizza, man. I don't just.
I know. When somebody said that Grimaldi's is trash. Yeah. The first thing I thought was like, I don't know if I've ever met a pizza that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Straight up,
bro. Even like
straight up bread and like tomato and cheese, and then you get to put whatever you want on there. Like that's,
bro.
I don't know. I can't say any pizza is trash.
Even like Totino's, bro. Like
I was about to say that. Why'd you read my mind?
You can't go wrong, man.
Like
I've had some trash pizzas they're still pizza.
Like the pizza rolls be hitting. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bro, it's like saying you're gonna get like, oh, I got like the cheapest Mercedes I possibly could. It's like, still a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still pizza. I got a $4 Totino's pizza from HEB, but man, it's still a pizza.
Still a pizza.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Like that Mercedes might break down every other weekend. That pizza might put me on the toilet, but it's still a pizza.
It's still a Benzo.
It's still a Benz, bro. You still gotta get back to your friends.
Facts. That's the fact sign. Don't even fact check that because that is facts already.
Yeah. Don't at me about that.
Don't even fret.
Don't even fret, bro. Pizza's a way of life.
We should try some like 7-Eleven pizza though, just see like how we feel about it. They have like 99-cent slices.
I feel like I probably had that because I feel like I got some rewards built up there. You know what I'm saying?
From all that coffee you got, bro? All those coffee and kolaches?
Bro, they have the most fire kolaches. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious.
Because it's bread,
Bro.
it's cheese. It's literally a pizza in a different form.
Bro.
You're just eating pizza for breakfast.
It's just like a pizza with like a little ham wiener in the middle.
Hell yeah.
I mean, bro,
Fuck yeah.
I feel like people be sleeping on kolaches.
Bro.
Like, kolaches never disappoint. And it's just, there's a place down the road called Kolache Stop. And they have like breakfast ones too that have like egg in it. Like, you get like an egg and bacon kolache. And it's just like, you can't really go wrong with that. It's just bread.
You're getting all hard over there.
I'm like,
It's all,
It's all...
I like the sound of that.
You're not wrong. Bro, low-key, like, you got to be proud, though, to, like, name your to name your place after your food, though. Like, when, like, you have a place that's, like, just called dinner, like, you better have some smash-ass dinner. Like, you better have some good stuff. Like, if you're called the Pizza Palace or some shit, you better have some good pizza there.
Pizza Patron.
The king of pizzas in there, buddy.
I guess that's not always the case, though, man. I've been to some shitty places.
Oh.
I've been to, like, shitty Chinese buffets. It's like, nah, bro, you didn't
Yo,
just call it Chinese buffet.
I really missed buffets.
Dude,
Like,
I love buffets.
I used to love buffets when I was a kid, man.
Oh, bro,
Have y'all ever been to a
720,
Vegas?
Dude, I would pig
$7.25 for the works?
Dude, I would pig out.
Bro, I said, chef, order me a whole pizza right now just for me.
Yeah, I would
And they
custom
would
make
bring me-
some shit.
They'd bring me bacon, sausage, and pepperoni into my pizza like a king.
Damn.
Like a fucking pharaoh, bro. So bring me some grapes, fool.
Yo, and then their cinnamon bread or whatever it was, cinnamon rolls.
Yo.
Those be hidden too. I'm
Bro,
down
even
for
the most
seasonings.
random shit they'd have was good. Like that apple pizza with like the cream cheese icing on it. It was low-key fire, bro.
Dude, he had that ready for you, bro.
Yo,
he had that ready for
You're
you.
stupid because you agree, bro.
Yo, as soon as I heard apple pizza, I said nope.
No, he's like, cue up the crickets.
I said,
He said, Jamie, pull up the crickets. Bro.
God, that was
Dude,
funny.
if I worked at a pizza place, I'd be fat. I'd be a big boy,
Dude.
that's for sure. Oh, actually, what the hell? I used to work at Sam's. I used to have pizza, like pizza
And he's like,
shop
and
or
I
whatever.
was fat.
And I was fat. I was a
That's
fat little boy.
I was a fat motherfucker.
That's probably where I gained all my weight. God damn it!
Bro, that's why you became a runner, bro. Freaking Sam's did you
Pizza
dirty.
Fridays, bro. Damn you, Sam's.
I know what you mean, though. I've actually thought about that. Like, man, it's so good. I don't work at one of these places because I only have self control. If there's like, if something's offered to me, I'm eating it. Like, no, like 100%.
Dude, imagine if at the end of the day at CC's, they're putting all that pizza just in a plastic trash bag and like, hey, Arthur, you want this?
I couldn't say no.
Bro, that's how people are with me at restaurants anyways. Like, hey, so you want this? You want
Phil's the type of
Scoop
guy,
everything
bro.
on one plate and then just give it to Phil.
Phil's the type of guy that would be side-eyeing your food the
Bro,
whole
I
meal.
will-
Goddamn garbage
stare-
disposal over here.
I will stare at your plate that you haven't touched for 2 minutes until you're like, hey, were you wanting? were you wanting
You're
a
like,
piece?
I mean, if you don't want any more, I mean, I'll eat
no,
it.
and I'll make sure I sound real kind of like, no, make sure you have as much as you want first.
I mean, if
And
you
I'm
don't
like-
want it.
I mean, if
You-
no one else is gonna.
You reply way too fast. You're like, oh, me? Yeah, sure.
Bro, here's the thing. Here's the battle. This is my first world problem. Is everyone knows that I don't get full, so I will always eat. Like if someone asks, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, probably. I could do it. Like I'll figure
Yeah.
something out. Like I'll loose myself if I need to. But so if anyone asks, like, "Hey, do you want this?" I never want to be the first one to speak out because I will always be hungry and I will always probably want whatever they're asking about. So I'll always wait until someone else is like, Phil wants it. Of course he does. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course I do, but I don't want to be the first one to say it. And I'm always eating whatever's left. God.
True. Yeah. Well, at this point, we already know. Like, we already know you want it. You know.
So I'll just wait for people to offer, bro. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm always hungry. Let the
Yeah,
people
and
know.
they will offer. They will offer.
By the way, here's my address. Send me some food.
Here's our PO box.
Yeah, try to Postmates me real quick.
Our first sponsor, this Tyson Chicken.
First sponsor is just like our Tyson Chicken, bro. That's some shit. No, our parents freaking sponsor us. Sending us freaking Sea Island.
Oh. Is Sea Island like a national franchise?
I think so.
It's like average, but sometimes
I actually don't know. I don't know why I said that I think so. I'm assuming so. I have no idea.
Right. Yeah,
trying to be more honest
Fact
lately.
check.
I have no clue.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Ever since we started getting fact check, we just all of a sudden want to be more honest.
But I just feel like I'm a better person.
God damn it.
That's funny.
No, but honestly, we're saying the same shit. We just have prerequisites where we're just like, oh yeah, like I have no idea about this, but I did hear.
Now we're a little more clear on our percentage of whether we know it or not.
Yeah, like this, I'm 100% on this. I have no clue, but I did hear on the internet somewhere that blank.
That's funny, dude.
I was just thinking, if Sea Island isn't worldwide and people haven't experienced that kind of seafood, I wonder if there are people out there who haven't tried pizza. Like there's just a little part of the world that hasn't experienced pizza like that.
Dude, sure, if there is, then we need to go open a pizza spot there ASAP.
Bro, like why people building schools in third world countries? Should be building Pizza Huts, bro.
That's all I'm
saying.
Some new jobs too, like bro, imagine some douche billionaire thinking he like found the answers, goes into like the freaking middle of some third world country, like I don't even know where, I won't even say, just somewhere, and it's like, hey, we're not putting in wells, we're not building schools, y'all get a Pizza Hut. And then they realize that no one can afford to buy the pizza, so they just got a bunch of dough, bro.
Oh my god.
Imagine. This probably happened.
Probably not.
It's probably happened. Fact check that. I encourage you.
Yeah, fact check.
Who has built a fast food restaurant in the middle of some third world country because they didn't know shit?
I mean, I remember seeing a chart of like how many McDonald's there were, and it blew my mind, dude. We
were watching some show like on Netflix about like fast food restaurants. And
it's quite literally ridiculous. Global.
Like, it's everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Fact check that. How many McDonald's do you think there is? 10,000? 100,000?
Can't be that much, right?
It's more than 10. It's more than 10,000 as a fact, bro. There's like 4,000 ish like Anytime Fitnesses, and if you know there's 4,000 Anytime Fitnesses, there's got to be
at least 50,000. I would say at least.
I would say there's probably 70 to 80,000 would be my assumption.
Let's find out. How many McDonald's?
Find out next Friday, probably.
Look that up, Young 30.
Young 30?
You know what I'm saying? I'm quicker at searching things than Jamie is for sure. Let's see. More than 38,000 restaurants.
Really? That's it?
That's a lot, bro. If you really
That's a lot, bro, but
put that in perspective.
How many Starbucks are there?
Oh, I think Starbucks, at least they used to be second. I said Starnucks.
Saucy Nugs.
Saucy
Number
nugs.
of Starbucks worldwide, 31,256.
Seems like there's just more.
So they're close. I feel like Starbucks probably gaining on them pretty quick. Because coffee is like, talk about things that are global. I think it's fair to say coffee is too.
I feel like people are becoming more health conscious.
Yeah.
But they're also becoming more addicted to caffeine. So within that, McDonald's loses a little bit of equity in the market, and, you know, Starbucks builds a share, you know.
We pull up at McDonald's the other day for some Travis Scott meals, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of being healthy.
And we told the guy that Cactus Jack sent us, and he didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah, it was a little awkward to watch, bro.
Pissed.
I think I can play the audio for the people out there.
He just said, pardon?
Yeah. He said, I think he literally was about to go get his manager because
he's like, this is a mob guy? Like, who the fuck is Captain?
He's like,
Captain
okay, hold
Jack
on.
or whatever.
He's like, hold on.
Oh, Cactus Jack, not Captain Jack. That's
You'll be able to hear John
Johnny.
laughing too.
it's Johnny Depp.
All right, Cactus Jack sent me. Cactus Jack sent me.
So, shit. It's happening.
And then I just let him know what I wanted after that.
I want number 3 with bacon cheese. Like,
Yo, and then they bring it out, and there's only one in there, even though we ordered 3 of them.
bro,
Like, come on, bruh.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Why Cactus Jack be stingy, bro?
Anyways, it just kind of was interesting that even the McDonald's employees didn't know about such a big partnership like that.
Bro, you think they'd roll out some memo? It's like, hey, this
lot
is
of people
probably
are gonna
gonna
be
this is
saying
gonna
this.
build our brand by like 2 times just because some random rapper, says he likes it. You're gonna have a bunch of people coming through. Make sure you know your shit.
Yeah,
You think?
you would think, mate.
You think like imagine Chick-fil-A when they have like Cow Day and everyone has to dress up in like black and white or whatever. You remember those times? You get like a free number 1 or something.
Yeah.
Bro, like imagine if like you walked in like in black and white and they were like, what are you doing? My pleasure.
Right? That's true, dude. What a great
It'd be weird.
analogy.
It'd be awkward. You're like, why are these people dressed as heifers?
That was a really good analogy. Let's
I'll be
go
here
ahead
next
and
week.
switch over to a segment of the consumers.
The consumers.
Mine is, I think it's safe to say I always have the best suggestions for the people. And that's just like a fact.
It says nobody ever.
Yeah, fact check that.
But this week I'm going to take an L, kinda,
Yo.
because what I was consuming was Cobra Kai on Netflix.
Bro, why are you taking an L for that? That show's popping right now.
Because it is popping, but it's damn near one of the cheesiest shows I have ever watched. Like, I think it's literally the cheesiest show I've ever watched, but it somehow works. Like, it just works. Like, I wanted to keep watching it. I wanted to keep binging it, and I even damn near shed a tear at the end. No spoilers, but
Whoa.
it just works. Like, I guess sometimes those cheesy movies are just good. Like, for example, you like Poseidon?
Bro. Saw that once when I was 12, bro. I thought it was a good movie. It won a Grammy, I think.
No
fact check
way.
that.
Yeah,
Won a
Grammy.
Grammy.
You're talking about a.
Bro, they were nominated for something.
You're talking about an
Best
Oscar.
music video award.
Bro, freaking music video. Freaking Sundance or some shit.
Let me see what this sound effect sounds like.
Bro,
That's about right. That's about the Cobra Kai.
don't you dare play that past anything I say.
Yeah, now I know what that does. That's good.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, Cobra Kai. I mean, honestly,
Cobra Kai.
I would recommend it to the people just because it's actually kind of good. Just expect it to be like cheesy acting and like somewhat cheesy scenarios, but
Sometimes you need like right now we're watching a few shows that are like pretty, like Outlander's one of them that we've been on. We're in season 5 right now, and like we're watching a couple of like intense like timepiece shows, or period piece or whatever you want to call them. And like they tend to be like there's a lot of gore, a lot of sex, a lot of whatever. Like it's really intense stuff. And so like sometimes it's good to just have a show that's kind of an outlet. Like The Office is kind of always that for me, where it's like I don't even have to be watching it. Sometimes I like to just have it because we live in such a crazy, ridiculous world to just have something like light to watch. That's just easy. Like I'm never gonna get any weird like triggers from it or anything like that. It's like a nostalgic, even if it's not The Office, if it's just like something random. But yeah, no, I feel you in that, brother. Sometimes you need that like 3 ninjas shit.
that's what I'm saying.
I feel you, brother.
I feel you, bro.
Bro, I couldn't tell if that was a soundbite or John.
Right?
I was pretty good, right?
Bro, you said I feel you, brother.
I'm gonna turn that into a sound effect.
But we should just make our own soundboard. Somebody
Low-key.
shout something in this place.
That was
It's too long, bro. It's freaking 4
It's gotta
seconds
be.
late.
It's lit.
Oh, that's a good one to have.
You're not my dad. You're not my dad.
Let me see.
21.
Yo,
Cut
consuming.
it out.
Okay,
cut it out.
so
Cut it out. Cut it out.
the last week I've been on like a cinematic kick. And so I've been like, even when it comes to my music production, I have like 4, just like the last few weeks, but specifically the last week, I haven't been like producing any hip hop or anything. I've been just like diving into the world of like strings and brass and like percussive instruments and stuff like that, and trying to come up with cinematic stuff. So I've been mainly listening to like Hans Zimmer, Klaus Badelt, some of these guys, just because they make some of the most incredible music ever. And so I've been on like the Interstellar soundtrack, which is just incredible. Time out of Inception, which is incredible. Some of these pieces that they bring up so much emotion when I hear them. And so I've been diving into that world. When it comes to like even my production, I've been downloading a bunch of plugins and stuff strictly for like cinematic production and soundtrack production. And so that's kind of what I've been consuming lately. Nothing really new with shows or music so much as just like diving into like a different genre, and which I have for a long time. I've always been a fan of Hans Zimmer's work and Klaus Badelt's work and like the first Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. These are like classic soundtracks. Yeah. And so yeah, that's what I've been on this last week, and it's been fun just to kind of clear the air of like whatever like is necessarily popular and go back into some old stuff. Watch some of the old clips from films, see some of the live orchestral pieces done. Yeah, it's fun. Good stuff.
I like it.
Very nice.
What about you, Fuego?
So I had always seen this show. It's kind of like almost like The Office, to where like it started really early and it just kept going and going and going. Mm-hmm. But I'd seen this show, like clips of it, just scrolling through channels, and I finally kept seeing a lot of clips of it on YouTube. And I don't know if y'all ever heard of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it's on HBO. And it's by this guy, Larry David, and I just learned he's actually one of like the co-writers or something for Seinfeld, and that's kind of the vibe you get from it. It's kind of like that. Like I remember watching, yeah, when I was younger and I'd watch Seinfeld, I was like, dude, it's not funny to me. But like now that I watch it, it's kind of like adult humor, I guess. Yeah. But dude, it's so hilarious. It's like his life as a, I guess, writer just kind of exaggerated. Mm-hmm. And oh my god, it's so hilarious. Like I've just been watching clips so far. I haven't dove into the actual series or anything, but there's this clip that I always saw and I never wanted to watch it. But after watching a few clips, I was like, this one's got to be funny. And this is one where he's wearing like a MAGA hat, and so like I guess the whole thing is like he's trying to get out of this meeting with this person, and he's like, I can't figure it out. And he's talking with his friend, and he's like, dude, I hate those people in MAGA hats. Like, they're so disgusting, and blah, blah, blah. And he gets this idea, and he's like, oh, my God, I got it. And so they cut the scene.
Throw it on.
Yeah, and so he goes to, like, the coffee shop, and he's, like, waiting for this guy he wants to meet with, but he doesn't actually want to meet him. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the guy, I guess he was meeting with, he walks in there, he's all happy, and he, like, spots him. And he's got this big old red hat on, and he's like, "Oh crap!" And the guy's like, "Oh, what's up, man? You don't want to meet now?" And so like it doesn't go. It goes exactly how he wanted, just because he has the hat on, and he has like all these different scenarios with the hat. And oh my god, it's so funny, man. He's kind of using it to his advantage because he doesn't want to be around anybody. Yeah, it's hilarious, bro.
That's his freaking social distancing tactic.
Yeah,
wear one of those hats.
Not a bad one, actually.
As I was saying, people clear the room. Yo, where can you watch it? What do you know what it's on?
HBO, man. Are you a bad listener, bro?
Bro, that's right. But like, I guess you can get that on Prime, right? Or you could just have the app. I'm sure.
HBO.
Maybe. HBO.
Like HBO Go or HBO Now or whatever.
Oh, now it's HBO Max. It transitioned.
See,
but it has like I don't know. 20,000 episodes or something like that. It's like it's like Law and Order SVU.
There's no way.
Just kidding.
Back that right there.
It's like Law and Order. Like it just keeps going and going and going.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I did see that one clip you showed me where they're at the dinner table and it's all kind of awkward tension, but it's just hilarious at the same time. I need to start watching some more lighthearted shows like that, I think.
Yeah. Dude, it's all been like serious. It's crazy.
But that's what I like, man. I like the...
Well, there's two aspects, right? There's the escapism of like some of these like lighthearted shows where it's like I don't even care. Like Schitt's Creek was kind of like that for me, where it's just like I know it's kind of like you're talking about Cobra Kai. It's like I know it's cheesy, I know it's exaggerated, but I like that they're just silly, and I can connect to like maybe specific aspects of their characters that make me feel, you know, like I'm familiar with who they are. And then there's the other aspect of it, which is something like Outlander or Game of Thrones, or, you know, some of these other, you know, big time shows where the production quality, the storyline, the plot, the characters, the acting is 100 out of 100, and you're kind of there for a different reason. It's still escapism in a way because it sucks you into the world, but it's a different kind of escapism where it's like it's such great quality that I don't know. To me, they're kind of two different things for different reasons.
Yeah, that's very true. Like I think that's why those shows are so successful because they're not necessarily realistic. You know, they kind of glorify things or make things just more comedic, but that's why it's like, because I think we understand like this would probably never happen in real life. Like it's
for sure
so drawn out, and like shows like The Office or Schitt's Creek is like such crazy scenarios that you're like
no one would ever work for this guy.
Yeah,
like
this guy would have gotten fired a long ass time ago.
100%.
But that's what makes it so good.
Well, and that's like, and I think that's why like both are so important. It's like sometimes you need to like sit down and watch something intent, or not even need, but just have the desire to watch something that's quality on all the levels. And even like today, we were just like cleaning some shit up after I got home from work. We just threw The Office on, and it's like I think that's why like both are so popular. It's for two very different reasons. Like The Office is still one of, I won't even claim that it's like the top streamed show or whatever, but I know it's been one of the top shows for years now. And because I've rewatched it so many times just out of habit of having it on during doing other stuff.
I think that's probably one of the few shows that has literally gotten bigger as time goes on. Like I think it just continues. For sure. Like it was not even really that popular when it first came out compared to popularity it reached later on, and that's rare. Like I can't really think of another show that really happened.
Yeah, they haven't made a season. I don't know, 5-6 years, or I don't know, however long it's been.
Yeah, but it's consistently one of the top ones.
100%. It's pretty crazy because like there's a lot of other shows have tried to do it. I mean, even like Parks and Rec, which I thought was a great show. I watched that all the way through, I think 2 times. But it still doesn't have the same pull with the characters. I think Steve Carell just did something that no one else, whether you even like or don't like the show, doesn't have to be everyone's cup of tea. Yeah. But Steve Carell did something with the character of Michael Scott that even if you hated The Office, you'll still use his memes. You'll still use his
They're quotes. Everywhere, dude.
That's what she said phrasing, which he didn't make up. But just the fact that was pushed in that show like that it shaped kind of a culture in some ways. It's pretty unreal.
Very true. I think we lost John to his work duties. But either way, we're probably going to wrap this bad boy up.
Probably about time.
It's about that time. Any final thoughts or what? Any moans or groans?
Moans or groans? Not until I get me some Grimaldis. Might be some moans and groans then.
See.
You know what I'm trying to say?
All right, boy. As always, thank you for listening. We'll be back next Tuesday. Throw us a 5-star rating on the podcast app. Anything less, we don't want it.
Fuego.
What is he saying? Oh, he's gonna do the fuego. Wait, hold on, we ain't ready.
But he popped in.
He just popped in. Fuego.
Right back onto the phone.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. We out.
Filthy.
Fuego.
30.
I'm glad I waited for that.
Bro, I just did that with my voice.
Late.
Bro, I'm saying I did that at the same time.